Ladies and gentlemen, it's time. It's Thursday. It's Korner Booth pregame.
No debate, cause it's over. I'm too official, got the drip, I got the sauce. Bring the proof when it's time to tell the truth. I'll be at the corner booth, find me in the corner booth, yeah. Still standing and defiant. Slay the competition, cause I'm walking like a giant. Bring the proof when it's time to tell the truth. I'll be at the corner booth, find me in the corner booth.
Love to see this team add another receiver, whether that's trade or free agency.
That's okay. Pittsburgh's the AARP retirement home.
There's a bunt record. That person's never going to have to worry about that thing ever getting broken.
I hate analytics. I think has ruined the game I grew up loving.
I will do unspeakable things for the Giants to win this rule.
Oh, pause.
Ladies and gentlemen, how are we doing? Korner Booth Podcast. We are back on a Monday. I actually have my lighting set up correctly for once. It's a good day. We are talking all things NFL and college football today, obviously. I believe by the end of the night, we now, obviously, we have game 1 of the ALCS happened last night. Game 2 of the ALCS happens tonight. NLCS game 1 starts tonight between the Brewers and the Dodgers. I'm kind of praying for a meteor in that series, but whatever. Great show, though. We got a lot to talk about. Keep 3, Cut 5 is back. Matt is going to go to tie the series between me and Nate. So far, Nate and I have kind of had the upper hand on him. So we're going to do that in about 15, 20 minutes or so. We're also going to talk a little Sunday football, some six-pack review, kind of like, because obviously, Nate will put the banner in the chat with the scores, and then me and Nate and Nat will, I can't speak. Me, Matt, and Nate will go over the games. But it was a great week post-Thursday. I don't want to talk about Thursday. Thursday's dead to me. Nate, congratulations, but this is about the extent we're talking about this game because I want to flush it down the toilet like a really bad stomachache. So, yeah. And then we're not going to talk about London because poor Matthew, that was maybe the worst offensive game I've watched in my life. Oh, Matt's here. Hi, Matt.
Oh, we're talking about London. I gotta rant for that was just some of the worst football in Jets history that I probably have seen in my lifetime. That was bad. And the cherry on top was that I posted our Jets clip the day before. And in the beginning of the Jets clip, I said, considering it's Justin Fields, he's been playing very well so far, which I stand by that because looking at his numbers for the first handful of games that he's played, he wasn't playing bad. Considering we knew the kind of player that he was. He didn't have any turnovers. He had almost a 70% completion percentage. He was completing about 7.1 yards per throw. Like, he was fine. It was just defense, just couldn't keep us in the game. And then Sunday happens, and the defense keeps us in the game. We actually get a turnover. We force a takeaway. I don't even know what to make of it. It was a fake punt that worked, and then we let the clock drain 30 seconds down to end the half without running another play. We just stood there. And they were saying the coaches weren't sure what down it was or something like that. It was just like a big cluster. Fields had I think it was 40 yards passing. He looked terrible. How he didn't have an interception is insane. That was some of the worst football I've ever seen the Jets play. And we're 0-6, and it is insane. My whole thought was I posted that Jets clip the day before the game about Fields wasn't terrible. The defense was the problem, and here it is. Fields was the problem last night, and the defense was not terrible.
The only thing that might be worse than the Jets' offense right now is my betting streak. I am colder than ice. I am the kiss of death for some teams. I swear, I am the kiss of death to the Jaguars this week, the Lions, Oregon, Oklahoma. Dude, LSU, South Carolina, I was the Eagles. I was a kiss of death this week. I am in shock that I am everybody I've hung out with this weekend hasn't mysteriously disappeared into the ether. I'm really scared. Matt, you should probably hold on tight, brother. But dude, the whole thing with the Jets, and this is the unfortunate thing, is this team. There looks like there's a lot of promise, but I feel like they're missing, the gears aren't clicking. And it looks like they're obviously, they only have one legitimate wide receiver. The rest are kind of lawn chairs with wheels, and the other rest are, and unfortunately Mason Taylor's your second best weapon right now out of the catching the ball.
Yeah.
It's just kind of a rough thing, and that game just was ugly and gross and nasty and low scoring, and everything I usually hate about international games came to fruition in one freaking play.
Yeah, I'm trying to hold out as much hope as I can in the sense of Dan Campbell's first year. I believe they won 3 games. Next year they won 9. I'm hoping that this is just that 1 year where it's going to be really bad, and then going forward maybe it'll be somewhat better, but it's like really bad right now. And
Flushing all the bad juju down the toilet.
Yeah, and everybody's calling for the coach to get fired. They're not going to fire the guy.
That's the most New York sports fan take I've ever heard in my life. Aaron Glenn's not the problem.
No, the ownership's the problem. I mean, how many coaches and GMs have come through? It's the owner that's the problem. But I'm just hoping that Aaron Glenn could be the guy to finally turn it around, possibly. But
realistic solutions, I guess. But
well, if they ever sell, that'll be look at the Commanders. They sold, and within 2 years of selling, way better.
He was just something to make the NFC Championship game.
But at this very moment in time, not only do I believe that the Jets are the most embarrassing franchise in the NFL, I think that they are 1,000% one of the most embarrassing franchises in all of sports. I mean, maybe not worse than like Miami Marlins, or maybe like, sorry, Nate, the Athletics, but like same tier, but maybe not that bad.
Oh yeah, Nate's here. Hi, Nate.
Hi guys, good to see you.
San Jose Sharks.
There you go. Hey, all the poverty California teams, pretty much. They're up there. Good to see you both. Would rather be in the Jets' place than the Titans' place. At least they just fired Callahan, so that's good to hear.
My boy is free.
Not really. Their interim coach is Mike McCoy. You heard of Mike McCoy before, Jerry?
I remember. At least he could score points. Callahan, I swear to God, was like Callahan to me is that kid who picked up Madden for the first time, and he just is just mashing buttons till something works. And I feel like they shouldn't have lost to the Raiders last night. Like that Raiders team is literally a sinking ship, and somehow they're able to take a pot shot and take out the the Titans handily. So I don't know. It was an embarrassing game for Tennessee. So I'm happy Callahan's gone. Even Skip Bayless goes, this dude got hired basically off of his name, and they were giving the kid a shot basically, and it almost it could have killed Cam Ward's career before it started. So Cam Ward's free. Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. The Giants played on Thursday. And then, I was able to sleep in on Sunday. But I woke up and I was like, I saw the score for London and I was like, oh no. And I saw the net passing yards for the Jets was like negative
I'm really
10.
scared. What's sleeping in for you
on a weekend or like just in general?
What do you consider sleeping? Because sleeping in for me, like I woke up before Matt's birthday on Saturday because me and the boys were out really late on Friday night. I woke up at 10:15 and I was freaking out because that's way too late for me. Usually sleeping in for me is 8:30.
Like noon. Jeez. Well, because my life is like outside of therapy, it's just mostly just work at 3, and I got nothing much going on in my life anyways on the days that I work. So I'm just like,
I mean, that is fair. You are hindered to a limited lifestyle at this very temporary moment.
Yeah. So.
Also, you work remote, so you don't have to commute anywhere. So
exactly, and I'm thankful for that, of course, obviously. But
what's that like? I commute to work and commute in a work truck to more job. It's I have the exact opposite job of Nate. I literally drive to drive.
Yeah, but keep on hoping, Matt. It's gonna happen eventually. Hopefully, Yeah,
you'll draft a CTE demon too.
I mean, you go back in time, Rex Ryan, Mike Tannenbaum, John Idzik, they weren't the problem.
Who Tannenbaum was, he's a functional moron, but that's a whole different story.
Todd Bowles, Mike McGagnon, probably not the problem. Adam Gase, 1,000% the problem.
That's the problem.
That was the problem. But Robert Saleh, Joe Douglas, probably not the problem. And I don't even think Darren Muji and Aaron Glenn's the problem. I think the one constant with the Jets, just lackluster, just everything, the embarrassment, the losing, the never figuring it out, it's ownership. It's the only constant. They fired and rehired so many GMs and coaches. It's the owner that is the constant in denominator and everything, and he's the one that has to sell. People are saying they got to go back to New York. That's where they're supposed to be. The location change isn't going to change anything. A jersey change isn't going to change anything. It's the ownership.
It's only up from here, my friend. Heck, at least my quarterback's up for Rookie of the Year. So, I've suffered last year, and we're on the slow come up. So
now I'm wondering if we get the first overall pick.
Who would you like? Like right now?
I don't even know, because Garrett Nussmeier is not looking hot. Like, he's injured. He's noticeably, visibly injured. You can see him just limping in the field.
Yeah,
but he doesn't look that great. Drew Aller was, out for the year.
He's out for the season, and also I don't think anybody's tanked their draft stock more than he has.
Yeah, Arch Manning looks terrible. I mean, Lenore Sellers is.
Dante Moore looked like absolute Djibouti on Saturday. Is Carson back, the number one quarterback prospect? Are we back? We're back.
He's going to be a New York Jet or something. It's going to be insane.
I got you, actually. So the Draft Network released an article yesterday. Keith Sanchez is the author. Fernando Mendoza was
from Indiana. Yeah. From
Indiana. Ruben Bain to the Saints.
Exciting. So Fernando Mendoza is what I have to look forward to, which I'm not too excited about. But
why not, right? You know what I'm saying?
He looks okay. I'd rather have Dante Moore if I'm Matt. You want something with a little more upside. But I don't need a guy who's an aspiring Wall Street broker. I want a dog who wants to play football. We got to do cut. We got to do key 3, cut 5 because Nate's got to be out in about 15.
Now we're gonna see what we got.
Yay! Early segment today.
All right, let me pull it up.
For Nate being a beacon of light right now, Nate's hiding in the darkness.
I know. I gotta get me a ring light. I promise I'll go in by Thursday.
Also, maybe rotate your background next time too.
Yeah, that's so my desk was originally facing this way.
Yes.
But the space to maneuver in the room was very tight, so I had to adjust it back. So
we're gonna get Nate a little standing backdrop for him.
Yes, that might be smart. Good idea.
All right. Keep 3, cut 5. We have graduated from the offense. We are not doing punters, Nate. Maybe
Sauce has been banned after his abysmal season he's had this year.
Well, I gotta figure out something else then. So maybe one time, Nate, we can do. You could do your punter names. You could tell us if this is a real punter. If this.
Yes, we'll do. Yeah, so
Thursday.
Nate,
Thursday,
Thursday or Friday, whenever we do it.
Okay.
And we'll have DJ help us out or somebody too, because he's supposed to be on.
It's exciting.
All right. Well, since Sauce was banned, I have now subbed him out for somebody else, so that works on my list.
Yeah, we're banning him because he's so bad at football. He should not even be on this list.
I could have put a mod instead of Sauce, but all right, we're gonna start with number 1. I like to tug at the heartstrings. Quinyon Mitchell.
He's been elite this year. He has been beat for a touchdown. I don't think he's been beat for. I think he's only been beat for 1 touchdown his entire career so far.
I saw Nate with the early head shake. No,
he's good. He's really good though.
He's top 5 or top 6, but it's like I need one more year of just him just being an absolute lockjaw corner.
Guantanamo Bay, right, boss?
If he continues what he's doing for the whole season, he's top 5. He can take Sauce's spot.
All right, so we're gonna cut for Quinyon.
We're gonna cut Quinyon as much as that freaking hurts.
Sad.
All right, so we're cutting Quinyon. So next up we have AJ Terrell.
No, but he's in the same boat as Quinyon. Hell of a player. Just he's like that second tier. He's a A- tier corner. Like he's still number 1 on a lot of teams.
Amen to that.
All right. So we're cutting Quinyon. We're cutting Terrell, which means we're keeping this guy because I know we're going to keep this guy, Pat Surtain.
Oh yeah, he's number 1. He has 2.
He's gonna lock up Wan'Dale Robinson next week.
I literally was about to try to grab my PS2, but I was thinking of the actual game system just to make the joke. But it's behind a dartboard and 3 other things. I'm not trying to move it right now.
All right, Trevon Diggs.
No, sir.
No, I think he's a B tier corner and falling. This season he's had this year is terrible. If you want to watch a good compilation of just somebody crapping on Trevon Diggs, just watch Depressed Cowboys fan on TikTok. That man literally has it out for Trevon Diggs.
They got 2 guys that are just really good with just ball hawking, getting the interceptions and everything, but they can just give up some yardage.
Dude, they anytime a double move, they get cooked like a bad chicken, man.
It's like you'll give up 4 catches for like 70-something yards and a touchdown, but you're going to have like 2 picks. It's
Exactly.
All right. Denzel Ward.
Ooh.
Tough one.
Possibly soon to be Philadelphia Eagle Denzel Ward, but not yet. No.
This was my Sauce swap out one.
He's he's close, man. He's real close. Nate, honestly, I could put Ward in here, but I'll go to your judgment here.
I will pass. Oh, pass.
Pass?
No,
okay, pass. We're passing Denzel Ward.
All right. Well, I think you guys made a good decision because next up is Derek Stingley.
Yes, sir.
Yep. Absolute lockdown with ball hawk ability. It's his biggest enemy isn't even the opposing receivers, it's his own health. That's basically the only thing that can stop him. Basically, the turf at RFK is his worst enemy.
All right, so we have cut Quinyon Mitchell. We have cut A.J. Terrell. We've kept Pat Surtain. We've cut Trayvon Diggs. We cut Denzel Ward. We have kept Derek Stingley. So now we have 2 left, and one needs to be cut, one needs to be kept. So first up, Christian Gonzalez.
No, but damn, it's close. I put him in the same boat as Quinyon. I think a lot of his projection, though, is just projection. This is where I want to see more out of him because everyone's like, oh, he's got all his potential, but he can't stay healthy. It's like Quinyon Mitchell's in the same draft class, drafted 18 slots later, and has had a Pro Bowl level career already. And we're not talking about projection, and we're talking about results. So I think he's one of those guys where I want to see something, but he's getting there. I would take him over Diggs easily.
You deep in thought there, Nate, or you agree?
Nate, we're gonna bank it here.
We can't go back and like change that answer, right?
No,
because I would take Quinyon over any.
Then you'll just have the best list the whole.
Yeah,
time.
duh. Come on, Nate. Yeah. Unfortunately, we're gonna have to bank on the last one because I don't like Gonzalez. I like Gonzalez when he's healthy.
What are you afraid of, Deontay Banks or something?
Yeah, or
you said the Giants last week out of nowhere, and I just felt like,
well, get ready because it's no, I'm joking. It's not really. No. You guys made a good decision. So you're cutting Quinyon, Terrell, Diggs, Ward, and Gonzalez. You're keeping Stingley and Surtain, and your last keep is Trent McDuffie.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. For now, for this season, yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
I think the gap between McDuffie and Mitchell and Terrell is very small.
If we could go back in time, I would keep Terrell over and then cut McDuffie
or Ward
or Ward. I mean, I would take McDuffie over Ward for now. I think it's also you got to realize the defensive system they're in. McDuffie becomes so electric because of Spags' system.
Yeah,
that would have been crazy if I threw in James Bradbury.
I would have just walked off the show.
Okay, no, real talk. I don't mean to bring up the past, but how do you feel about Dory Jackson, boss? Because holy crap,
worst cornerback in football.
He didn't even tackle. He didn't even try to tackle.
Bro, I want like Darius Smith retired today. I'm like the wrong Eagle retired. Dory Jackson should have retired. But that also means I think Philadelphia is going to go out and get an edge rusher because if they just and also Nolan Smith will be back in 2.5 weeks. So I have a feeling they're going to go get another because listen, Azeez Ojulari's played great since he got back, but it's like we should have a bona fide stud coming off the edge. I would love to see us go get my ideal pick is a former friend of mine from the U, Mr. Jalen Phillips, who's apparently on the block out of Miami. And I would love to see Jalen Phillips come off the edge for Philadelphia. That would be a wild run. They also talked about Trey Hendrickson, which I'm not a fan of because he's a hand in the ground rusher. That doesn't work for the system.
What's another guy we have to pay too?
Yeah, we're going to have to pay him. The other one I like is they said Will McDonald. And I was like, oh.
I mean, I'm not like
Will McDonald and freaking Nolan Smith is your edge rushers. That's horrifying. The amount of athleticism there is off the charts.
Will McDonald has insane speed at edge, and
you look what we got. We got Jalex Hunt and Nolan Smith, two of the fastest edge rushers in the league. The problem is they're just smaller.
I saw Will McDonald miss a sack this time because he was so fast. I think he got to Bo Nix a little too quick. He was just, but he's quick. He was not good his rookie year. He was fantastic last year. There's been a little bit of a slow start this year, but it's there. He's just got to finish, but he's so quick. Like sometimes I think he's a little too fast for himself. I'm not opposed, or
I would say like Philly should call up one of the call Baltimore because they got to do a fire sale, right? Baltimore season's over.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, I'm not opposed to a fire sale for the Jets being 0-6. I'm all for calling up draft picks for the future if we got to. Jalen Phillips, yes, that'd be great. I'm trying to think of some other. I mean, can you call like Houston? I know you're not going to get,
Yeah, well, they would try to offer us Derek Barnett. We've been there, done that road.
I was going to say Daniel Hunter.
See, the thing is, like for the only one would probably be available for Baltimore would probably be like Kyle Van Noy, but he's injured all the time. Like they're not going to trade Mike Green. They're not going to trade Travaris Robinson. Like I feel like that's kind of a low hanging fruit. I'm trying to think of other like teams that are just like spiraling out.
I mean, you go to Saints and get Cam Jordan, but he's got like a few years left, if that.
I don't want. We need guys who can drop into coverage at like a bat, in like a flip concept. Trying to think other teams that are they're just done. Their season's over. One of the names they throw was Max Crosby. Like he's not getting traded, guys. Just stop.
Signed a deal too.
I know. Like the guy who made this list was kind of a moron because he also put like Myles Garrett. I'm like, do you guys actually watch the offseason or you just kind of? I mean, there's other ones. Obviously, we're not going to drag this out, but I think there's a lot of edge rushers that we could definitely see.
There's a lot of 500 teams or better. It's not.
This is I think the week that we're going to start seeing like which teams are like their season's over, which teams like they're back, and it's like we'll see. I mean, let's be realistic. The teams that are still in it. Like the teams that actually have a shot to win the Super Bowl, we'll go division by division. For the NFC East, it's Philly, Washington, and maybe Dallas. Nate, I want to see you guys actually beat us again, and then we'll talk. Because Thursday nights are very fluky, and you know that.
Okay.
I'd go.
You're getting there. You're getting there. NFC South, Falcons, and Bucks. That's it. I don't trust the Panthers. I honestly barely trust the Falcons. I think it's just the Bucks. Let's be honest.
The North, everybody but Vikings for the North.
Yeah, for now, I think the Bears will drop off within the next week or so, or 2 weeks.
We'll see after this game.
Yeah, West, it's the Rams and the Seahawks. To me, I do not trust the Niners. The Niners just don't. They're running out of bodies, and the Cardinals are just a literal clown circus. AFC West, it's Chiefs and Chargers, Broncos too. I guess you can throw in the Broncos, and then you have those three kind of mixed together. Even though the Chargers are kind of they're kind of the Niners of the AFC. They're just the whole team's falling apart. And then up north in the AFC, the only team we really have is Pittsburgh. Down south, it's basically it's Jacksonville and Indy. And then I'd say throw in for the AFC East is it's maybe New England and Buffalo. That's it. So it's not. We're starting to see the foam rise to the top. We're starting to get there. We can't rank any of them because every time we try to pick games, we get screwed. But yeah, we have our top 16.
Yeah, it's some slim pickings for. I mean, you're only 6 weeks into the season. It's gonna be slim pickings this right now. You still got a couple weeks, like you were saying, until the deadline comes. You can see who is or isn't available, who's out of it, who's gonna fire sale. Brother, yeah, I know. Sorry, I mean, one name I'll throw out to you from the Jets that is somebody that's gonna be in a contract year. That I don't want to get rid of, but like I understand doing a fire sale, trying to get some contracts off the books and just building some draft stock. But if you guys called about Jermaine Johnson, it'd be huge.
Injury history, age, he's where he went to school. Kind of
gosh.
I hate to say it too.
JUCO guy.
I hate to do it too, but since Matt's gonna do, I'm gonna give a player from my team, Kayvon Thibodeau, and I'm not. And actually, he's been playing quite well this year.
I don't think that would ever happen.
Listen, I just don't know how him and Johnson. I just don't know how they do in coverage unless Fangio starts running like a Predator style offense where they
Do not
JD
put Tibbs in coverage. Do not.
That's what I was gonna say. Also my other theory is now with Nakobe Dean back, do we move him or Campbell as like a rotating edge guy?
I don't think that you'll ever see the Giants trade with the Eagles after the success that Saquon has had after he left.
Or the Devontae Smith trade on draft night or any. Yeah,
we did enough for them. It's okay. We did enough for them. They don't deserve our help no more.
You guys should have sent John Mara a ring after that.
Who? Mara.
The Eagles should have sent Mara a ring. But here
no. We should have sent their GM the ring.
Yeah, thanks for not matching the offer.
Yeah, thanks for
your contribution.
Saquon multiple times.
We still love you, Joe Shane. Well, I still do.
Yeah,
all right. Well, he picked up the CTE twins, so it could be worse. All right.
True.
Nate, I know you got a dip, brother.
Yes,
any final thoughts on the week before you go, and we'll see you Thursday?
Yeah, I'll see you guys on Thursday. Not much. Just looking forward to the games tonight.
Give us your predictions. Who you got winning both games?
Ooh, give me Chicago to upset the Commanders.
Me too. I took Chicago as well.
Let's go. And then give me the Bills with the Falcons. It's going to be a fun one. That's going to be fun for sure. I have a feeling about that one. It's going to be fun for sure.
Cool. All right, buddy.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate y'all. And happy trails to y'all both. And I'll see you guys soon.
See you guys either Thursday. See you Thursday or Friday, buddy.
Yes. Bye.
Later. Yeah, just for further clarification, we will announce the day of our show when it's going to be, probably tomorrow on our social media accounts. You'll know. It should be I'd say it's 50-50 Thursday or Friday, but it'll be the same time. It'll be 7 o'clock. So we're back to normal time regardless. Had some things come up this week I got to kind of take care of. But anyway, we are moving on. Matt, we got to start talking about it. I want to get this out of the way now because I'm pissed. This game was an abomination. This game wasn't This game made me not hate the Eagles losing to the Giants as much. This game pissed me off more. And I'm going to start off. So I'm gonna like take big on this one for a second. You cannot, NFL, I'm gonna make a plea to you. Because you cannot tell me that this game was not ref to a side. I'm sorry. I try to defend the NFL as much as I can. I make jokes about the refs being paid or all this other crap. This game was so suspect, it should be replayed. I watched a compilation of clips where I legit watched refs miss blatant calls, drops, holds, all this stuff. And then the second anything looks even mildly suspicious for the Lions, toss the flag. And I am beyond myself right now. And the worst part about it was it takes away from the integrity of the sport I love the most. And that's what kills me. Because everyone in the NFL is sick of the Chiefs, except for the Chiefs fans. We're all done. You know why everyone was happy with Philadelphia winning, except for Cowboys fans and Giants fans, obviously, is because they curb stomped the dynasty that's been hand manufactured by missed calls, bad advertising, and Travis Kelce's bad dancing and being corny as hell. I don't know what to tell you. It's annoying at this point. Now it's like I'm kind of hoping we get another shot. It makes me honestly kind of feel bad at all about what we did to them in the Super Bowl last year. We should have beaten them by more because you know what? Now it's all coming roaring back. I almost didn't hate them for a little bit. Now, right there again, because the Lions got cheated. My banner says I stand with Brian Branch. I do. You know why? Juju Smith-Schuster cheap shot blocked him. No call was made. Why would it? So at the end of the game, Duke could have given him a concussion. Comes up, smacks him upside the side of the head. I probably would have done it to Juju too. I kind of wanted to do it to him after the 2022 Super Bowl, but, that's here nor there. I don't like Juju as a player. I don't like him as a person. I think he's a piece of crap. But he's not bad when he's on the Chiefs. The Chiefs should be literally thanking their lucky stars the rest of their back because the Lions had touchdowns taken off the board. They had plays called back. There was missed calls left and right, and it was abysmal. And this one game kills the integrity of the sport. Takes a huge chunk out of it because this was awful. I'm sorry, this was bad. That's what I got.
I just wanted to point out that I was the only one on that belly up graphic that chose the Chiefs to win that game. And everybody commenting, Matt must be from Missouri for picking the Chiefs. No, Matt is from the taxed state of Connecticut and just did not think the Chiefs were going to go 2-4. And the refs helped me out. And I did not even send them a Venmo. And they did me a solid. But that was insane. I thought the Lions were going to run away with it because really early on they scored those few touchdowns. And it was
easy.
Yeah. Before you know it, it was like 17-6 or whatever it was. And
it just took one little momentum swing. And it just, oh, my Lord. I could not. I wanted to throw up watching that game last night. Thank God I have Battlefield 6 because I was able to kind of work out my anger right there. But I was like, this is annoying. I'm so upset right now. Like, this is bullshit.
That was a vintage Chiefs game where they just momentum switched and the refs momentum switched with it.
That game was bullshit. I'm sorry. And I know this hurts my journalistic integrity, but you cannot – even Kyle Brandt is making jokes about Good Morning Football. That's when you know it's sketchy. That's all I got to say. This game was pathetic. The refs are pathetic, and I hate referees. I'll say it for the 1,000th time. All right, talking about pathetic efforts, the Jacksonville Jaguars. This is like the week of just bad effort for any team I picked up. The Jags just looked lost. Seattle's defense is legit. Like, let's talk about it. Like, the Jags are a good team, but Seattle's defense looks legit. That's the only way I could summarize it. Lawrence had multiple times in tries where he could have easily gotten the back in or taken the lead in this game, and they just could not catch up.
I'm just continue to be amazed and wrong about Sam Darnold. And I am happy to admit it because, like I've said, big Sam Darnold guy. Wish he worked out with us. But continues to play very well with Seattle. Whatever they got going on in San Francisco and Minnesota, fixed them. But I didn't think the Jaguars were going to drop this game after coming off a big win with the Chiefs without momentum. But swing, they have a very good, tough defense, especially in takeaways. Yeah. And history shows when you got a tough defense that's good with takeaways, that's not a recipe for success for Sam Darnold. But here we are. Neither quarterbacks, though, had an interception. Both had 2 touchdowns. Both had decent games. But, yeah, that Seattle defense was just a little better. That's all. That's the best way to put it. Brian Thomas finally scored.
Also, Garrett Wilson out multiple weeks.
So wide receiver 1. Oh, good trade, Matt, with Nate from like 3 weeks ago.
Nate's going to hop in. It's like, this is bull.
Wide receiver 1. I'm going to have to hit the waivers. Josh Reynolds, Tyler Johnson, Alan Lazard.
He's like the bottom of the barrel for Mercer wide receivers.
We're going to get beat up by the Panthers next week. We're going to lose. Then we're going to play the Bengals, and it's going to be like a Joe Flacco revenge game, even though we've given them like 3 different contracts 3 different times. And then after that, we're going to play the Browns, and then that's going to be the week that
Please tell me that game is a nationally televised game. Please tell me that game is nationally televised.
We're going to play the Browns in 3 weeks, and that's when they're going to start Shadur Sanders, and he's going to light us up, and then he's going to just take over for the rest of the year.
Nah, he won't. Oh, Brian Branch is apparently appealing to suspension. I'm with you, Brian. Let's go.
I mean, at least that means he can play as long as it's an appeal.
Yep. Bucks 49ers. I feel bad for Niners fans at this point now. Fred Warner's out for the season. The Bucks offense just looks lights out, and their defense is starting to catch up. Baker looks like the MVP. He should win the MVP. I love this arc for Baker. It's really fun. But yeah, Bucks are just a better team. This is without Bucky Irving too, which is crazy.
This is without Bucky Irving.
Mike Evans,
and Buka, I think, got hurt too.
Yeah, Godwin got hurt during the week.
He won this game with Cameron Johnson, Sterling Shepard, Cade Otton, and Tez Johnson, Rashad White, and Sean Tucker. That's who he won the game with. Baker Mayfield, MVP. You're 5-1.
Just give him the damn trophy. We okay. So Baker, you annoy me when we play you, but you deserve the MVP. Like we are gonna do Baker for MVP chance on every show now because this is just give him the damn trophy. Just write his name on it. I don't care if he misses the next 10 games. Just give him the trophy.
And I have to throw credit and throw the flowers to the Niners. The fact that they're 4-2 with those injuries and everything that they sustained. Mac Jones starting. I think Eddie Pinheiro got hurt because his player stepped on his foot.
Dude, what did they do? Who did
But
they?
they're 4-2, and that's impressive.
I don't get it. I really don't get it. It just is a crazy stat. Only other NFL game I want to touch on is we obviously Titans lost to the Raiders. And then what game killed me my parlay? Or there was a game in the early parlay that killed me.
Cowboys, Panthers.
No, I stayed away from that game like an idiot.
Saints, Patriots, Dolphins.
No,
Chargers.
nailed that one. Oh, crap. No, it was Seahawks, Jaguars. I went 4 of 5 and 3 of 4 gambling this week on picks, but they're all parlays. So I got jack crap for them, and I was mad as hell. I was like, "Are you kidding me?"
Joe Flacco threw 45 passes.
Oh, I know.
Joe Flacco. He did doing 2 touchdowns too, but holy crap, Joe Flacco. Jamar Chase, though, I'll take it. I got him in one of my money leagues. 10 catches for 94 yards and a touchdown.
Yeah.
Old man Flacco.
All right. Ready to talk about the other craft shows in college? This game, we got to give Bo some credit. Bo, of course, the backup quarterback for Drew Rattler now in Missouri. Missouri's not a slagger. It's not a bad team. Alabama just, they were able, Ty Simpson, the boys were able to outlast them. This game got a little too close for comfort for me. We were watching it. We were trying to catch updates for it at Matt's birthday, and we're like, no. We both bet on Alabama here. No.
Yeah, they really like that Ohio State game. I was like, all right.
Who cares? They were smoking Illinois. All right. That game, honestly, listen, Alabama lost one of the running backs during the game, but besides that, it was a pretty solid win for Bama, and I think they're back to form. This game, talk about pathetic effort. I was so disappointed in Oregon and Dan Lanning. They should be so appalled at the effort they put forward. Indiana beat them up. Like, they got physical. It wasn't even like it was some simple, they just had a couple trick plays and some big play throws. No. They ran the ball down their throat, were able to convert on multiple third downs. They made this new. What's this quarterback out of freaking India? What is his name again? I'm blanking.
Fernando Mendoza.
I knew it was something with Fernando. I almost called him Fernandez. No, Fernando Mendoza. That's the stockbroker. But by the way, look it up. By the way, he's like a big that's his whole little side hustle he's doing. Mendoza was operating at will against this defense, even after he threw the dumbest pick six. This was vintage, bad teams. Marcus Russell, fading away to his right, back foot, drops it in the bucket to the defender. The guy houses it, and they still lost. I am in shock. Oregon's offense could not do anything in the second half. So I'm more appalled at Oregon than I am at Indiana. Surprised. I think Indiana's defense deserves a lot of credit but Indiana's offense wasn't that good, and just Oregon couldn't do jack. I don't know if they poisoned them the day before because they were in Autzen. It wasn't even like they were in Indiana. They were in Autzen.
Yeah, I wasn't that impressed with either quarterback, and those are apparently my futures in Dante Moore and Fernando Mendoza. But Dan, dude, I thought Oregon was the lock of the week. But I think
we didn't do that as a gimme. Woo!
Yeah, I was thinking Dante Moore, didn't look that great. Fernando Mendoza in that bad game. It's just not like in the future of what I have to look forward to. Oh, I was like, Nate commented. I was like, I thought he left, and I just reposted the stream.
Yeah. All right. Back to business. This game, I gotta say 3 things about this. Dude, Nate, I just realized Nate put this. I am now in last place in the 6-pack. This is dark days. All right. Congrats to Arch Manning. I am so happy for this kid. He got off the schneid. He looks like he's getting a little better. It looks like everything's not he looked almost like a college quarterback on Saturday. And it was kind of a nice silver lining to that loss in the 6-pack bets. Cause I was just like, good for him.
The Jets are going to win 3 or 4 games this year, and they're going to take Arch Manning with the 5th.
He's not coming out, man.
It's just the future is just not bright.
No, he'll be back. He'll probably wait till the 2027 draft. He's not coming out this year.
He did go his completion percentage. He had that touchdown. He didn't have any turnovers. 166 yards. He had 34 yards on the ground. A little better of a game. It's more cleaner of a game. So
yeah,
maybe he's getting back on track. Maybe going forward he'll be fine. Mateer was god awful.
Well, I mean, dude came off a thumb surgery a week or two early, according to some of our sources. I don't know what the deal is, dude. He looked like he was holding the ball too long. He was airmailing throws. The offensive line was getting bull rushed every single time. I couldn't believe it. It was like, is this the same Oklahoma team that's been like winning these close games? I guess so.
You know what's crazy too? He not only did he throw the ball 38 times, he had 14 rushes.
Wild.
5 yards.
Wild. All right. Other big games of note. Penn State lost in Drew Adler's absence, which means James Franklin has been fired. Wild it happened this early in the season. I figured Franklin would probably last at least another couple weeks, but honestly, he's been the definition of only win the small games, and I'm not the biggest supporter of Penn State, so I'm kind of like, yay, I guess. I don't know. I feel bad for Kieran because it's been a rough season for Penn State and that whole crew.
Yeah, I thought Penn State would be much better this year. I thought Drew Aller was much better this year. 104-45 is a very impressive win-loss record over his tenure at Penn State. But like you said, just not a guy that can get the big games done, can finish it in the playoffs. It was bound to happen. Eventually, he feels like he's the Aaron Boone of college football. He can win you a lot of games, he can get you to playoffs, but he can't get the job done.
Yeah. That's the best way to summarize it. I don't really think there's another. That sums up. The Navy and White's perfect. Quick 6-pack update. I am officially in the toilet. Just suffering out here. Suffering.
I forgot who I even took. Oh, I was about to say I forgot who I even took as my upset. Then I remembered.
I remember who I took. Went down to the wire.
We covered.
I get covered, but cover doesn't mean crap if they don't win. Oh my god, that sucked. Yeah, honestly though, a very I want to forget weekend of football. There's one of these every year, and kind of happy it's this week. So hopefully,
even the touchdown parlays weren't even good this week.
Oh my god, everyone's was like crazy.
Nobody had a touchdown. It felt like. Gibbs didn't. Gibbs is like the most reliable one.
And you had like a JMO touchdown of all. Just this whole week, I want to like wash my hands this entire week of football.
That was a crazy touchdown. Also in that Cowboys-Panthers game, there was one catch that Pickens made where he just leaped everybody. It's
Pickens. George Pickens is I honestly I want for people who don't watch football, I just want to show a completion of George Pickens being a crash out demon. The dude is so entertaining. It's like crazy. He's on Dallas. I love it. The side hurdle was wild, and then he tried to hurdle another dude, and then got slammed for it. I was like, oh my god, I love this man. He's amazing.
One of the best draft videos ever. One of the best draft videos ever.
I don't got the shiesty, so you ain't gonna see me pull that thing down, but it was a very, very fun, entertaining watch with him just going crazy against the Panthers. But the Panthers got the win, so good for them. That's about it for what I got there. Did we miss anything?
Nothing notable, I don't think. I mean, Packers,
we blew.
There was a lot of buys.
Yeah, a lot of buys. Also, we got to talk Monday Night Football. So, first game, Commanders, Bears.
It's the first game. No, Bills, Falcons.
No, Bills, Falcons first game. But okay, so we'll talk about Bills, Falcons then. I guess I got them flipped. Bills, Falcons.
Interesting. Falcons are only plus 3.5.
Yeah, it was a really low line for some reason. That's why I took Bills. I took Bills to cover because I was like, You kidding me? That just basically means they just can't give up a last second field goal. The Falcons to me are just such a weird team. I feel like they're making progress. They have good offensive weapons. Their defense is getting better, but they're just like a year or two away, and they need Penix to really kind of be more efficient. This is the same Falcons team that also did just lose to Carolina like 3 weeks ago. So I'm going to take Buffalo here. I need a big night out of James Cook for my fantasy league. But also, I think Buffalo needs to get back on track. I think they've been waiting about 10 days just to get back and smoke somebody. So I think this is the time. This is ready to go. So Buffalo gets the dub.
Yeah, I don't see Buffalo losing 2 in a row, especially after that big upset that they had, the loss that they had last week.
I wonder what that's like, losing 2 in a row after being undefeated. I would not imagine it, Matthew.
Yeah, I don't know what a win is like anyways. I'm imagining, I think Bijan's going to have a big game on the ground. I think he's going to carve up that Bills defense on the ground. And I think we're going to see some Josh Allen rushing. I think we're going to get a Josh Allen anytime touchdown here tonight. I'm feeling that.
We're going to see Mose from The Office getting loose.
Yeah. I mean, the Falcons don't have a bad defense at all. They actually have I was actually looking at the.
Dude, every time I see Josh Allen take off, I just hear the running soundtrack from Scooby-Doo. And he's just like scrambling across the field. And then you hear like the Looney Tunes crash mechanic whenever he hits somebody. That's all I hear every time Josh Allen runs.
They're just looking at some of their. It's when I don't know how accurate this is. They're saying they're the number one defense in total yards allowed with 244 yards a game. They average about 135 passing yards a game. So they're going to have a tough defense if all of this pans out. This is accurate. But I still think the Bills are going to get this win out here. And if there's anybody that I trust on the Falcons fantasy-wise or betting-wise, I think it's just Bijan to have a really big game on the ground. But I still think Buffalo is going to come out and not take a loss 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah, that's kind of my vibe too. I'm kind of really feeling like just Buffalo's. They're not Philadelphia. They'll actually bounce back. So even though I think Philadelphia's problems are more internal, less personnel, where Buffalo's are more personnel, but they'll it won't haunt them too much at the end of the season. The second game is a little more fun. I'm actually kind of excited for Chicago, Washington. Hear me out. Me and Nate both picked the Bears. Now, Commanders can't stop cold, but they had a good win against the Chargers last week. This game is so weird to me. I don't know what to make of it because if they run the ball with Bill, they should be okay. I think Debo is healthy. He's playing.
Yeah, Debo's healthy. He's playing. Noah Brown and McLaurin are out.
Yeah. So
Debo and Zach Ertz and Krosky Merritt.
I gotta say, Washington's a convincing argument, but the fact is they can't stop anybody, and this Bears offense just keeps getting better and better each week. Calling a big night out of DJ Moore tonight.
Yeah,
they can't cover vertical. They can't cover vertical. They really can't.
They got Commanders 14th in the NFL with points against based on points per game. They're 24th in total defense, 17 in opponents' rushing yards a game. Not a lights out defense. That's a defense that's very easily can get carved up by opposing offenses. And the Bears have a very high powered offense. They've been coming into stride these last couple of weeks. They've been looking better and better. Caleb Williams has actually significantly improved to where I think the talks of him being gone after this year are probably starting to decrease a lot. But I'm looking for a big game from DeAndre Swift. If they're not really able to stop that run, I'm feeding DeAndre Swift the ball. And I like Odunze as well to get kind of have a big game tonight too. They're not really. I don't know if they're using Loveland.
I would love a shootout tonight, like a good old fashioned like Chargers versus Chiefs, like 55-45 shootout. I would love that.
Yeah. Touchdowns wise, I'm looking at. I mean, obviously Debo's an easy pick, but on the Commander side of the ball, he loves Zach Ertz. Jaden Daniels loves Zach Ertz, especially when you don't have McLaurin in there. But then I'm also looking at DeAndre Swift on the other side of the ball. If they can't stop that run, I'm feeding DeAndre Swift the ball until he gets hot.
Yeah. Give me Krosky Merritt for first touchdown, by the way.
Ooh. First touchdown. Give me Odunze. I want to say Caleb Williams is going to run it in.
For the Bills, give me Josh Allen doing his little Scooby-Doo run into the end zone.
Ooh.
And when he slams into a defender, all you hear is the crashing sound from the old cartoons.
All right. Oh, no, he's on the Patriots. I wanted to say Austin Hooper, but that is way far.
I was going to say, you even feel I could even see like Khalil Shakir or Josh Palmer.
Yeah, that's fair. Let me go. I'll say Darnell Mooney.
Ooh.
That'd be fun with it.
All right. So Darnell Mooney's out.
Oh, you gotta be Mick. You know what, me. All right.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, a little shorter episode today. Kind of more of just an observe and kind of report kind of week. We both kind of wanted to put last week's game to rest. I don't even want to talk about last Thursday. Both games are kind of fun today. I had my biblical level rant about the Lions, and NFL should be ashamed of that game last night. Really should. But other than that, we kind of want to wash our hands of this football weekend. It was kind of gross. Next week looks a lot better for both college and pro, so we'll talk about that ad nauseum on Thursday or Friday. Either way, we'll let you guys know. Have a great week, ladies and gentlemen. Shout out to our sponsors, Righteous Felon, promo code BELLYUP for 15% off. You have candips.com, promo code BELLYUP 20% off your purchase at checkout. And, of course, our friends at SeatGeek, promo code BELLYUPSports for $20 off your first official purchase at checkout. Some restrictions may apply. We will see you guys later in the week. Have a great week. Enjoy the Monday Night Football doubleheader. Appreciate you stopping by for the early rendition of the show. We might experiment with this going forward. I kind of like the earlier release of the show.
Yeah. No, it's fine with me. I still see a faint amount of blue in the sky right now, and it's 6:30.
I'm in the basement. So I'm not seeing anything but pitch black, but yeah.
Oh, I still got the nor'easter going on over here.
Oh, us too. We're still getting slammed with wind and rain right now, but either way. All right. Have a good day, folks. Peace.
If you parlay Josh Allen